all you pickers. All right, today was a good day. Got a job offer at a local gym, so that's good. I'm out here picking a guitar here. This is my sister's guitar. It's a little Mitchell, if any of you are wondering. It's an okay guitar. It's a nice little box, but it ain't no D18. But I got to change the strings on that to get it back and running. So, and this one needs to be set up. I don't think it's a very expensive guitar, but I could tell um, it just needs to be set up. It doesn't take a lot of money to get a nice guitar. You can have a $300-400 guitar, but if you take it to your local, guitar luthier, somebody who specializes in setting guitars up, they can make like a $400 guitar play as good as a $2,000 one by simply, making sure that your strings are at the right, uh, I don't know the technicalities of it all, but if you take your guitar to a luthier, you won't regret it. Yeah, gonna pick a little bit. Oh, for anybody wondering, there's been many people in the past, followers that have been my followers for years now, have asked me about how they can donate to the channel, support the channel financially if they want to. I now have a couple apps that are up, a couple links that are up if you guys want to support me in it anyway. I have Buy Me a Coffee link and also a Patreon link. If you go to my homepage, YouTube page, under the description, you should see a link there. If you click on it, it'll take you to Buy Me a Coffee. It'll also allow you to go to Patreon if you so choose to. Any little bit would help, especially with helping me further on my channel with better, quality, sound audio, things like cameras, which I plan to buy, audio equipment, microphones, and whatnot. That's what I would use that for. And, in return, that would help me bring more quality videos to you folks. I didn't really know what to say on this live. I was just going to pick a little bit. Oh, I plan to kind of revamp or redo a lot of the older content, such as the long form videos, the lessons that I did put up, just because I do have a decent camera on this new cell phone. So I'm working with that, and the quality of the picture and sound is a lot better just with this phone. So I'm going to redo a lot of what I've already done, but we're still going to try to do like the daily short videos, the daily licks, the tricks and tips and all that stuff. So you can get a small lesson in under 60 seconds, I'm going to redo this lesson too, Black Mountain Rag. I originally heard this by Doc Watson. I know Billy Strings plays it as well. Hands are cold. Anyway, yeah, sometimes it's hard when your hands get cold out here. It's hard to pick. I remember going to bluegrass jams back in the day with my dad, grandpa, and it was cold. We'd be playing outside under a big oak tree or something, and yeah, you really can't move. Hands get all stiff. What's up, George? Oh, and I'm also going to do a lesson. Let me know in the comments if you guys want a lesson on how to cross pick, especially the cross picking style, the old style like the Stanley brothers used to do. George Shuffler was their player, and he came up with a style that is literally 2 down, 1 up. Basically, on all your 6 strings, wherever you're at, 2 down, 1 up. The idea is the first 2 strings are downstrokes, and the 3rd string is upstroke. So if you take a D chord, that would sound like this. And in fact, if you want to start practicing it, and it does take a while to get the momentum down and to get that kind of flow. Sometimes it can come off sounding like a horse or something like that. You don't want it to sound like that. You want it to sound like this. So just practice that. Take your D chord and just 2 down and 1 up on the E string. That's how it should sound at a slow pace. So one of the things that I learned how to play using the George Shuffler style, and this is the way he played it for the Stanley Brothers, was Worried Man Blues. And they kind of did it like this. Then he'd come in. Need to tune this guitar. It's a little out, so it needs to be intonated, as I was saying earlier. Sometimes, if you've ever noticed, especially if you're a beginner and you've tuned your guitar, 10 times, but it still sounds a little bit out, that's an intonation problem. That's what it's called, intonation. And you just need a guitar luthier to do his magic, to do his work on that, and he'll get that set up. Because that's the same thing even people in the comments earlier, they were like, how do you play so good, but you can't tune your guitar? Well, it's literally impossible because this thing needs to be set up. So anyway, you're always going to have a few haters. It's kind of funny. They don't think I know how to tune. Funny enough, I'm kind of lazy when it comes to guitar maintenance. My dad handles all that for me. I asked him the other day to come over to the house and change the guitar strings because he's got the little, little deal. And I don't have none of that. It takes me an hour of my time just to get the strings on and tune it, so I just let my dad do it. He's done in like 10 minutes. All right, have a good dinner, buddy. What's another one of these real good fiddle tunes? That's my favorite kind of bluegrass picking, is the old fiddle tunes. I grew up listening to my grandparents' record player, so I listened to a lot of Stanley Brothers, a lot of Doc Watson, a lot of fiddle music, a lot of Texas swing type of deal. I love the fiddle. I wanted to learn how to play it, but I just never got around to it. Another one, Old Joe Clark, is a good one. Let's see. It's been so long since I'm just getting back into this, so I need to get practicing more. How's it go? There we go. F part. Anyway, it's got that cool little fiddle deal going on there. You heading out? No. Oh. Another one that kind of has that fiddle sound. What's another one? Let's see. Salt Creek, or Salt River, as some called it back in the old days. It was called Salt River. Let's see here. It's so hard to play out here when it's cold. It's like 40 degrees out here. We're babies in California when it comes to weather. Hands literally feel frozen. And I'm sitting in the sun. That's how much of a babies we are. Do you have a problem playing when your hands are cold as well, or is that just me?
Oh.
When your hands are cold, like I'm messing up so bad.
Really? Do you want steak?
Huh? No, I'm good.
Are you sure? I'm gonna make Grandma
Steak?
one too.
Oh, go ahead. You have it for her. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yep. thought I'd get on and play a little bit. I mainly wanted to let you all know about the apps that I have up. So many people have been like, hey, how do we support you? Now you can give as little as $5 for all my supporters that have asked me before. And the first thing I want to get is a really good condenser mic, or I might even save up for one of those acoustic electric guitars, you know, an acoustic that you can plug in. I really like the one that Doc Watson used to play. I thought his sounded really good. I think it was what was that? I don't know. It was pretty cool. There's some nice ones out there, but back in the day I heard they didn't sound that good, the electric acoustics. But I think that technology has came a long way, especially in instruments. I thought I might do a beginner lesson too, a redo lesson on Wildwood Flower. That was one of the first songs I learned. My grandpa taught me that, Wildwood Flower. He told me to learn it while I was staying with him while my dad was at work. My dad was coming to pick me up that day. And my grandpa said, yeah, learn this song, so by the time your dad comes to pick you up in a few hours, you'll have it learned for him. And so, you know, I played it for a few hours, got it down enough to where I could play my dad that song, and he was really surprised. And that was kind of my first little country music song, or whatever you could say, country bluegrass type deal. But I think the Carter family originally wrote it. She played what? It was called Clawhammer. I don't do that, obviously, but that's how she played. She didn't play with a guitar pick. Sorry if I cough a few times. I just got this gnarly cold. But this is the style I'll teach you. I'll teach you how to cross pick it as well, but I'll start with the lesson of how the Carter family played it. It went something like this. That's kind of how they did it. They had many of their songs sounded the same, really, because back then, you know, all those songs had like 3 chords. They were super basic. They have one called "Thinking Tonight of My Blue Eyes." It sounded very similar. It went like this. Yeah, their stuff is like 3 or 4 chords at the most. that's pushing it for that old-timey music. A lot of people have requested me to do a more in-depth video lesson on Billy in the Low Ground, or as I call it now, Billy Strings in the Low Ground. That's what I call it now. Changed it up. Billy Strings in the Low Ground. So we'll do a style of Doc Watson, or Billy String style lesson of Billy in the Low Ground. Billy Strings in the Low Ground. Go through these comments real quick. Man, you play so well. Thank you. Oh, I only have a couple people watching. 2. If there's any more than 2 watching, let me know in the comments. Just be like, I'm here, or, you know, here, present. And raise your hand. It's cool. I think I got 2. This is like the 3rd live I've done, so. Oh, it says 9 up top. Maybe there's 9 people. Yeah, I'm going to try to start doing these live videos like this that are a little bit longer videos, so I can kind of just do like just little lessons and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just kind of figuring it all out right now. I'm also not very comfortable being on camera, so I need to work on that as well. All right. There's a cool little lick I'd like to show you. This is my Grandpa EC's guitar lick. He always played it. In the key of G. I'm cabled here at the 3rd, if anyone's wondering. So just kind of, you got your G chord, kind of hang on to that E, that high E on the 3rd fret. You can hang on to it as long as you want. Sometimes my grandpa did. He'd really. So, but just for easy lesson here, just go 3 times. So you're going from the 3rd to the 1st on the E, and then B on the 3rd fret, and then go to your G string on the 3rd, and you're gonna pull back, slide down rather, from the 3rd to the 2nd fret on the G string, and then open. And then go to your D string, D string open, and then 2nd on the D, and then open G, and you're gonna do a hammer on from the 2nd to the 3rd fret on the G, and then back to the G, and then open again. That's part 1, you could say. And then part 3 could be open A and then walk up on the 1st and 2nd on the A, and then open D, and then this capo sucks too. See, that's all things that I need to invest in. Cameras, capo. This thing's set up so bad that can't even get it on there. Here we go. So there we go. Anyway, I'm sure you folks have probably figured it out by now. What's going on? Is my battery going dead? Alright, I guess I will catch you all later. I think my phone's about to die. Is it? I don't know. It is about to die. The light just went out. Alright, folks. Catch you later. Get off there.